unless the Lord builds a house. If the Lord does not build that house, child of God, it cannot become a city. He said after a while, it will not be counted. Before you see, it becomes a forest. So a city can never come to pass, Deacon, if there is no establishment of the project. That project must be established. God must build it, must establish it. Then it can begin to go. Why? Because for every one of it, God is establishing them. When God establishes them and builds them, they become a city. And is God. Except the Lord guards over. Except the Lord begins to watch over the city. So a city, most of the times, why is it that we can't grow from one level into another level? Because we have not really engaged God in building the project. After a while, the Bible said David had a city called the city of David. David started with one project, one building. And God established it. And when he established it, he began to build fortresses. And began to build and build. After a while, David began to build cities. Not one city. If the Lord can build that project, if he can build it and it becomes solid, like David, then you can have a city. A city is possible. Tell another neighbor, a city is possible. There's a huge difference between a tree and just an ordinary plant. A tree is distinctive, it's different. They may have some similarities, but the tree is very different. A tree is designed to be seen. So a tree, in my own word, it's not supposed to be even. If a tree is in a place, everybody knows that the tree is in that place. And so, I'd like you to open to Isaiah 61. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because He has anointed me to preach good news, good tidings, carrying good things. My job is to distribute good things. That which that He has put inside of me is to bring forth good things, not bad things. Anything that is evil, that is bad, God forbid, is not from the Holy Spirit. And so I cannot dispense such a thing.
And then he went through the waters again. He went through the waters again. God, I'm coming again. Oshaka Parata. Why do I glory in the revelation of the ankle? Why am I glory in the revelation of the knee? Why am I glory in the revelation of the waist? They are greater revelations. Jesus, open my eyes.
Grain is something that don't require too much of many manure and many activity and many watering and many. The easiest one around us is like corn, right? So it's something that we can understand very quickly. So when they plant corn or something, before you see it's coming out, you see the tiny thing just coming out. Before you see, when you come out in the morning, you see that it has come out again the more. You know, before you see the head is out. Shut. That which that God is going to do in this season will not last for it to shoot out. It will come out in a hurry.
Why does it look like as if the heart of Mary began to pound when there was no more wine again in the feasts? Because there will be no wine without a feast. Wine is what you give to nobles. And so spiritually, when you begin to talk about wine, you begin to look into something that has to do with prosperity. You begin to look into something that has to do with, because you can have the oil and still be poor. So when you have oil, you begin to look into something that is deeper. And one of the major things in wine is satisfaction. There is a level of satisfaction that comes. Wine is served to nobles, and that's what God is talking about today.
So the first thing that oil does is to light. If you can dare to be pressed, if you can endure to be pressed, if you can go through the process, it bets destiny. But the next thing that oil would do, immediately destiny comes. Immediately destiny comes. You need to understand that when destiny births, that doesn't mean that destiny is alighted. Two things. Destiny can birth, but it's not yet alighted. And so you need to go through the process of purification and beautification. So sometimes, because the Lord anointed you, because the Lord said, doesn't mean that you shouldn't go through the process. Not because you are just anointed. He said, you know, the oil is upon me. Child of God, you need to watch if it is your season, because immediately you are oiled, the next thing that happens to you is that you are taken into the season of beautification. A high priest was clothed with a filthy garment, and the Lord intervened. Does it not look like as if what happened in Genesis, God is doing it again, and the Lord intervened? The angel of the Lord stood and said, no, is this one not the one plucked out from the ground of the fire? What are you talking about? God has paid the price for these ones. Why are they still wearing filthy garments? And so he looked at them. Tear away that filthy garment, tear it off, and replace it with a garment that is rich. Sometimes businesses have been roasted, ideas have been roasted, even marriages, relationships have been roasted, burnt, because they are wearing the wrong garment. Tonight, the Spirit of the Lord, when we started from Isaiah, the Bible said the Spirit of the Lord, what does he do? He exchanges. He exchanges. God takes away the filthy garments and rub that one with the right garment. You're going to be praying right now and say, any kind of garment, any kind of garment that is ungodly, that has been denying me access, what are you waiting for?